Welcome to a new series of Set the Trend podcast. Your boys are back in the building. Your host, Vibes, or Junior. You could call me anything you want anyway. It's got to that stage in life. But I'm with my co-presenters today, my fellow hosts, Reggie Heavy Styles and Mr. Michael Music Man Fontaine. How can we say? We stay in Eastender.
Good to be back.
You right? Yeah, good to be back?
Of course.
You're looking...
2025.
Looking forward to another series of good talks.
Indeed.
Finding out the business.
Yeah.
Or finding out more about the business, because you know quite a lot.
Well, a little bit. Just a tad.
And he knows quite a lot, don't he?
Well, he knows more than I do.
No, you know more than me.
So this is a series that you're going to speak up on this one, isn't it? You're really going to interrogate our guests, especially today, because it's one of your favourite topics.
Yeah. Clash?
Okay.
Oh, sound clash. That place.
He's got a little bit of that. But before we go and introduce our guests, it's been quite a turbulent time this year already.
Yeah.
Reggie,
Well, at the time of us recording, sadly, within a week, sadly lost some stalls to the soul music industry. One being Gwen McRae, Roberta Flack, Chris
softly. Yeah, Christopher. Yeah.
Also, somebody we had on our podcast, and it was quite very shocking to hear the news about that one as well. That hit deep, which was Angie Stunn, and also as us recording it today, where we are today, literally about an hour ago, we found out that Randy Brown passed away as well, who EastEnder knows very well and had him recently on stage.
You want to make love to you, a real groove classic.
Yeah, a few real good classic songs he's got, and recently on stage at the
O2.
At the O2.
We were sitting down talking with him.
Yeah, another sad loss.
Do you know what I will say about Randy Brown? You could see, he was soldiering on that day, and he is a true performer. He didn't want to not come on stage. Absolutely. He wanted to give the crowd.
He came to the country. He knew he wasn't up for it, but he wanted to fulfill his mission was to come on stage and sing to the UK audience, which he did. On hindsight, he might have, when we saw him knock his head back on the side of the stage, like everyone was kind of like panicking.
But he finished it.
He did it, went back home. Unfortunately, 2 months later, he sadly passed away.
No, so that's why you got to be out and see your legends. Because if you don't go out and see your legends now, exactly, you might not see them because it's getting to that kind of time, isn't it?
Yeah.
And Angie Stone, you kind of forget her longevity of her career. Right back to the sequence. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Yeah, back in the day.
Pioneer. That's right. She was a pioneer of that. And, of course, that record, the sequence was on the back of... What track is that? You don't know?
I don't know. You tell us.
I'm asking you guys.
You're the genius.
There's the album, and there's the album, ain't you?
Yes.
Sugar Hill Gang.
Thank you. See that? He knows it. He knows.
I was trying to
see where it was going actually with that.
Are you going to rap a bit? Are you going to rap a little line from the Sugar Hill Gang?
I don't want to rap, and if you're going to join in.
Yeah, we'll join it.
The no stop.
Take the bam bam boogie, up comes the boogie to the
old Coco on a Friday.
Oh, what? Anyway, let's get into something that we really love. That we really love.
Talking about Sound Clash then, before we go into our one, well done to King Tubbies, who won their Southern Warfare Clash just recently. So big up to my boy Trigger. That's one of their selectors.
Yeah.
So give him a shout.
So
and Bucky as well.
Yeah, so talking about sound killer. And you've got a real sound killer here. Now I'm here.
And me, I got a cup.
You got a cup as well? You got a trophy as well?
A trophy for killing sound.
Sound killer.
And your trophy's genuine.
Genuine what?
What are you trying to say?
Are they shared trophies?
One of them, I'm not even going to... I think I won very cleanly, especially one in Equinox.
Oh, that was it, the mighty Equinox that texted me. There were you... Was it not Dixie that you made run away? Is Dixie there?
Galflex. Yeah, it was. To be honest, it was a fun clash. It wasn't serious.
Yeah, but let's put it on the record. So you're done, Galflex on that, man. Just put it on the record. Because this is how Dixie would talk. They
did really well. They really well. But I had, as you know, in Sound Clash, you have to have that one USP. That one thing that we know nobody's got. And I think I was one of the first people to win a Sound Clash with a video dub play.
And that was the one where it was in the closet. R. Kelly, right? Yeah, that's right. And that's why Dixie was a bit upset and Simon.
Hey, listen,
But like, no. Sound clash. You got to take your licks.
Don't be up the Sound Clash.
You got to take your licks
for years. So.
Never had licks myself.
Well, one day I'll clash.
No. That'd be silly, though, wouldn't it? Yes, it'd be silly.
One day.
It'd be silly.
What you say? 2026.
He's been saying that a few times.
It'd be silly. I'm a real sound killer. Not no paper Teflon thing.
Yeah, we'll see.
So we're gonna, and like, I come from a good school. You know what I mean?
Luckily, I've
Sound
heard half
clashing
of the
school.
Okay.
No, I don't know. Like sometimes you just got to tell people your little bit of history because they think that you're just joking. Come on. But I come back in,
I would never disrespect
sound
you
clashing history. You get me? I got good pedigree. You get me? Come up learn under the best. Saxon. Big up my Saxon. Massive. You know what I mean? So I have to check him out.
So hold on.
What?
Why are you not in clash?
We're going to discuss that with them. We're going to discuss that. It's going to be a good discussion. So we're talking about something that's dear to, something we haven't talked about because it's just been very lovey-dovey, and we're going to talk about a bit of history, but it's been very lovey-dovey. But this is a bit of warfare in there. You know what I'm saying? And this is something that we love. It's a genre of music that we would say that we're at the forefront of being ones that created the scene in the UK. And it's a scene that we love dearly. We, being in a 5-bedroom house where most of these musics was really came into, a league of their own because it suited being in the house dances. It suited being chest to chest, breast to breast. We used to play slow jams from 1 o'clock to right round to EastEnders. Yeah. And we used to love it. And there's so many slow jams. In fact, there isn't a slow jam tune that we would say that we haven't been at the forefront of. If our culture hasn't played it first, we definitely broke it.
Indeed.
So today is something that's very dear to us in terms of slow jam. Would we put an age on slow jam?
Don't think so. Well,
Yeah, of course you would.
well,
Because it really,
when did it start then?
because
Keeps
the term slow jams I was about to say that late 80s is probably when you could say it was, the term slow jams, there's a big scope when you think about it. It's going back quite a while actually.
It is, and it
40 years.
Yeah.
Well, let's get into it.
And I don't think I'm that old.
I want to hear.
You are, mate.
I want to hear the whole concept of this.
Yeah.
So this one here now is we've got some young fellas, some young guys, some baby face guys who are putting on a slow jams clash. And we're going to talk to them today about the concept, how they got there, but they've also got quite an interesting background themselves in the sound business and the music business. So we welcome today Richie Sweeney.
The government's today, yeah.
Or is it Richie here? Richie here?
Evening, gents. Sounds good.
You can't deny the Sweeney.
No, I wouldn't dream of it.
No, you can't. Welcome.
Give time. Pleasure to be here, sir.
It's good. And he's actually been in the business for 6 years. Nappy. So, welcome. It's going to be good to talk to you there about the slow jams clash and play another slow jams. And somebody else has got whose father again has got a big pedigree in the music business. Welcome to Taurean. How are you, sir?
I'm good. Welcome.
Look at him being also like
Chilled
and that. Chilled and that.
You won't believe one of them is like proper viral stars.
Half an hour, they've been clash modes.
Yeah.
Welcome to Set the Trend, guys.
Thanks for having us.
It's good to have you here today. There's a lot of history between what you guys do, and we're going to get to that. You know what I mean? But I just want to talk a bit about you guys coming into the business, I should say, because when I talk about pedigree and we talk about the sound clash, and some people might say, who are they to be putting on a sound clash? You know what I mean?
Say some people know who, because we can.
I'm just saying. You're the photo. But when we look at your background and like your lineage in this whole R&B culture, your father's Mr. Chris Sweeney from the RJS fame.
Yeah. RJS, Winter Road Show. Some people will know him from Beats Per Minute if they're real old school. It was a record shop in Kennington that a lot of people used to come and buy their records from. Beats Per Minute. I remember being in there when I was too young and could barely see over the counter and used to go around whacking people in the nuts when they walked into the shop or whatever. It's probably how they first encountered me. But either of those or even RJS.
RJS Holidays.
Well.
Yeah. The first company to bring people to Ibiza for a holiday.
I would say the first company to bring people from our culture to Ibiza, because I'm sure there was trips going on to Ibiza for you.
And one of the guys that you brought to Ibiza, who your dad booked at that time, was Gordon Mack from Kiss FM.
Yep.
And then, who later went on to found Kiss FM and whatever else. And he also started, that's where the Ibiza started from, wasn't it? Yeah. So we've heard that story. We heard that story a couple of years, and that was so interesting to know that you wouldn't necessarily put our culture and house music and what happened there together. Like there was a correlation to figure that.
But at the time, it was sort of like it was sort of being born into the whole raving holiday
and Ibiza stuff. Yeah,
it was all sort of kind of growing at that sort of time in '86. Or maybe 87, because I was actually there at the first RJS trip.
In a crowd.
I was over there for some reason. Don't really remember the dancers and who played pop and who played rubbish, but sure I came home with a suntan same way.
And of course, let's not forget that when we talk about, especially when we talk about a brand like Coco and talk about dressing and class, RJS was at the forefront of that back in the day with the hotel dances.
Yeah, of course. Some of you will remember the Cumberland Hotel, Edgware Road. I remember being in there as a kid, in the cloak, working in the cloakroom or whatever hut, having to warm up before the first DJ got there and all that sort of stuff. So Cumberland Hotel, Park Lane Hotel, Holiday Inn Hotel, the Millennium, New Year's Eve, and everybody thought that they were going to die. And then RJS decided that they had 2 New Year's Eve dances. And they both sold out in both different hotels. You had Chris Sweeney and King Roddy, rest in
peace. Roddy,
at the Cumberland. And then there was a Holiday Inn round the corner, and I think they called that one Trey Chic. And both events sold out. 2 dances on New Year's Eve. It was kind of rude, to be fair.
Come on, man. And that's not to also mention that he was doing the trips, the day trips away as well, wasn't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, we might want to hold back on some of the stuff just in case the tax man I watch. Safe to say 60 that one.
Safe to say your dad was a true pioneer of our scene.
He was in there in the early ages before a lot of money was generated from the industry. You get me? Now, there's obviously big events like Coco where the promoters get to make good money out of it. Whereas back in the days, you get me?
I think your dad took the belly of it actually, but anyway, you know what I mean? So that's you. Taurean, your history. Your old man, who's another one that's dear to our hearts. Mikey Coos, son of Lord Coos.
The boss.
Mikey, the boss, the best of the best. The World Clash, he's part of as well.
UK
he was with Lecky and them lot when he doing the warehouse dances with Lecky and that.
UK Cup Clash.
UK Cup Clash. The Red Groove. I swear he was involved in the Red Groove Cup Clash, or he definitely got the radio money for that.
He makes money. He's part of it.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, he's part of it. He makes money.
The clash between South London and West London as well. They had this Battle of the Street Sounds.
Battle of the Street Sounds, which again, you know, turn over them, boy. So we'll go to that. What do you mean, man? We have to mention when man gets clapped. We have to mention that because it's sound clash business today. my element today. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So, and then there's, I'm going to go a bit into you. No, let me talk about your old man, just a little bit. Growing up in, I suppose, just like Richie, just growing up in that kind of environment, was you ever going to be anything else but kind of involved in the scene?
I guess not. Kind of like I didn't really have a choice, to be fair, because I was like Richie, there since nappies. And it wasn't just from my dad; it was also my granddad. Because
Lord of Coos.
Yeah, he obviously was a foundation, and living with him in Jamaica as well, that kind of just being exposed to everything there, and then sort of coming here, I didn't really have a choice, you know, and that meant like after school being in Tough Gong Studio, Penthouse Studio, Madhouse Studio, King Jammies. You name them. I was there amongst who we would call the greats now, you know. And I guess it's quite a privilege because some of these people are not even here. Garnet Silk, John Holt, you know, they're not here today. So,
What was your favourite production studio?
I think because of my age at the time, it was probably Madhouse. I think Tough Gong was Dave Kelly.
Legend.
Yeah.
Pick up Janet Davidson.
Yeah. Tough Gong for me I was a bit bored. I was bored there. But there was at Madhouse vibes. It was always vibes. Penthouse was literally next door.
Yeah. Donovan Jermaine.
Do you remember Steve Pudge at an early age?
Yeah. Vibes in fact, my dad was executive producer of Bogle.
Credits.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow. He was in the studio at the time or?
Every day. Is you know like so I didn't even have a choice, did I?
Come to think of it, I think I do recall seeing Mikey put down a wicked piece of bulb.
Mikey Coos, boy. So, when we talk about pedigree, that's what we're talking about. When you talk about real sound pedigree, our definitely guests today have got that. So so tell us a bit about this slow jams clash, and maybe slow jams is a thing again now. You know what I mean? I mean, for us old heads, it's always been a thing because we never let it go. But why slow jams and why clash?
Firstly, I don't think it was ever not a thing. I think it's depending on who you're speaking to. Like even us, let's say in our, you know, people would look at us as like an excitable sound who play all the upfront stuff or whatever. There's never been a dance that we've ever had that hasn't featured a slow jam set. And we're of the age group that grew with our parents. So we've raved with our parents, or with their grandparents and stuff like, and plus growing up with house parties and them sort of thing there, we're coming to you lots because before I was legal to be in any venue or whatever, I was in the dance them carrying my dad's record boxes or whatever when I weren't supposed to be. So my experience isn't normal to everybody else that's of my age. I was in the dances long time before I should have been in there and was in dances that I had no business being in. Like I was DJing in under 18s raves and then leaving there and going bucking my dad at a rare groove dance or whatever. So it's like I'm learning about music and listening to music that's way beyond my years. So I don't fall into everybody else's bracket in terms of musical knowledge. But the other thing is us who rave with our parents, even when food's cooking in the house on a Sunday or whatever, the music that's instilled in you, the music that you listen to growing up is going to be what I've listened to at home in the kitchen, or with my parents. Now when I'm out with my friends and them tune they're playing, they don't know what, you don't know this or whatever. It's almost like I'm now trying to stick it on my brethren for not knowing. Now they've got to go and look for the knowledge of that. Yeah. So it's like, you know what I mean? It's almost like a validation to let my friends know about tune. And when I come around my dad now, my dad was playing tunes on the way to school or whatever, and I'm singing along the words to him when I'm 8 years old or whatever. And he's like, you know what, them tune, boy. Again, I'm looking validation from him. So it's like, You know what I mean? It's like indirectly we're sort of branching out the genre to our own age group and younger, and sort of keeping it alive through that. So that's always been the case, as far as I'm concerned. Do you get me?
But why now and why slow jams? Because you like it, clearly, and you've grown up in it. But what made you come up with this concept? In fact, what we should probably say is you've got a lineup of, tell us, describe the clash, because like I've seen the leaflet, but there's many people who don't know what the clash is.
The concept actually came from T hitting my line the day after I was DJing at Slow Jams dance, and we got an extra half an hour extension in the dance. The dance was nice. We got an extra half an hour extension, so the promoter said to us, "Yo, can you not go on and play for the next half an hour?" And I said, "Yeah, can you got my Monzo deals?" Just send my little song. Let's go fly the laptop. So we went over and flew the laptop and was starting to play a couple tunes, and then another sound flew their laptop and they wanted to play. So they were saying 15 or whatever, and everyone was all being friendly and I don't know, something. So someone decided, "Yo, what are we? A clash?" And then a man went tune for tune, and that's it. It just turned into a tune for tune, and they died. We won.
You know, I mentioned the name. You supposed to submit to the name.
I'm friend them. You know what I mean? Me not laugh.
No, there's no friend in clashing business.
No, we're not doing that.
There's no friend in clashing business.
Can't turn up on friend.
That's the promo at least.
I think if we give a name, then that brings in justice to if that individual is to attend the next clash.
Those who was there, know who they were. Those who've seen the video, they know.
Not like our era, boy. It's a bit, what's up this?
When that moment happened, who said clash dance?
Oh, the dance was...
No, for this new clash.
Yeah, so the dance was off of the back of T. He called my phone and he said, "Look, because I posted the video."
I think it was it.
I posted the video. Obviously, you know, you put somebody in their box in a dance or whatever, you're going to post it the following day. Yeah. You remember what that's like, innit, Ray? Yeah. Remember, Richie? You know what I mean? Obviously, probably when you won that clash, there wasn't Instagram and all that. Flintstone days like when Ray won a clash. Yeah.
Flintstone.
Wow. Wow.
No, you can't give me that. I've been murdering them for the last decade at least, just inside the last decade. But anyway.
I'm really glad Ray has emphasized how much times he's murdered people. I'm glad.
Oh, yeah. I don't miss it.
I'm loving it.
Come on.
I'm loving it. I loving it.
Listen, and I must admit before saying, yeah, but we were there as well. It wasn't me. It wasn't just Fifth Avenue at the time. But what I'm saying now is, one for one, everybody's getting murdered. You see, I don't mind call out man's name, you know. You got to be, because when it's clash, you have to call out a man's name.
Straight, but we have to operate.
No.
One thing that I do know about Ray is 99% of the time he thinks conscientiously and with his business brain first. Yeah? With his ego second. I would hope. And it would be very easy for me to sit here and answer questions with my ego first, but I'm trying to be a better person.
Okay, so you've got how many sounds on this bill?
6.
And they are?
Starting from the top, we got New in the Road. New in the Road show.
You in a road show, which is
Richie, Cypher, Styles, Hooley. Yeah.
Styles?
Yeah, and just before. Yeah,
No, me.
Is that your son?
Is
that your son?
Just clear, you know,
the
no conflict.
one who stole my name. The one who stole my name.
Congratulations to Richie for not being like some of these other DJs and sounds that want to play till they're 60. He spotted some talent, some young talent, and he said, "You know what? I'm gonna snap him up." Congratulations and well done on that.
Give thanks.
Yeah.
And that was a team effort, to be fair. So that's the whole of Winner Roadshow. I have to take that credit. So big up Cypher, big up Hooley. But
I hope you're charging accordingly, because this has been the bane of sounds been splitting up. The money don't stretch far.
I'm not gonna give him no secrets, but one's over there, one's over there.
Then the killers.
Maybe you was keeping on the tax, man. I hope you made your business properly, you know. Oh.
You know what, the fact is that is when you've taken on a younger selector as well, it opens up it broadens your scope, so you're able to take on bookings. Somebody phoned me, messaged me the other day and said, "Oh, can you play at such and such my Sweet 16?" I said, "Absolutely not. Actually, absolutely yes." Styles knows the holder. Then I don't find a drill folder in my. I'm never going to need it. Where am I going to play it? You know what I mean? So respectfully, I know some of the songs them.
To get rid of mine, then.
You know what I mean? I know some of the songs them, but the fact is, I can't honestly say that I can play at that dance.
Juggle on their level. I get it.
Styles knows to choose them. He's amongst it. Let him do his thing. And when it comes to the new dance hall and all that, he's in his element. That's what he plays comfortably. There's times where he's not as comfortable playing some of the. You can tell he knows the songs, but it's a case of that's giving you them tunes there or whatever. And when you
that ain't giving him nothing.
I don't give him no tunes.
That is the meanest brother going when it comes to his records. He ain't giving nothing of his son.
He's gonna learn the hard way.
Definitely. No, but I respect that. You know why?
In a good way.
Do you know why though? I respect that because I thought when I was young and I had access to my dad's tunes and all that, I thought, why are they not making me play? None of these men can't even mix. I can mix better than them.
Hold on a minute. No.
Some of them can.
Don't go too far.
But I'm in noises where I know I can juggle and I can mix, and I'm playing, I'm warming up or playing when no one's there in dances where these men can actually not mix. And like it sounds horrible. People are dancing and then they've almost broken their leg trying to dance to a mix that's off key. And I'm like, how are you getting away with this? But it's more about the tune selection, and it's more about like when you've just inherited a record collection and you're just playing the songs. We have what I would call era hopping, whereas a man he wasn't there when those tunes came out. So he doesn't understand how his music is making sense.
And I come together.
Exactly. And it's just things like that you're going to pick up over time, pick up with coming to the bookings. And I got Cypher used to get hella frustrated because he used to come out with me every Saturday night with his laptop. And it wasn't happening. You know what I mean? And I said, don't worry, because the dance would come where it's time for you to come and play or whatever. And he would get frustrated. And then one day, like people used to phone me up and say, "Yo, we're booking you, but I need you to play or whatever. Or I need you to play." And you know what I mean? Like you want to introduce the new selector to the sound or whatever. But it's like also trying to convince them that he's good enough, man. Sometimes it's hard, isn't it? But you get to a stage where it's like, well, I've come out without my laptop today, so he's playing.
Yeah, so sorry to sidestep here. So, new innovation of one sound. Who's the other sounds on the place?
Galflex.
Galflex?
Yeah.
Big Dixie. What
Well,
I
don't know. I think it's about 10 of them. They got a couple new recruits now, haven't they?
20 in there, man.
So, what do you think that Galflex is going to bring to the party? Because they're a bunch of old foots too. Let's stay there. They're joining me. They're a bunch of old.
Simple Simon celebrates his 50th this year. Dixie
You just blacked him out like that.
They put it on the flyer,
Oh, did they? Oh my God, they're proper old foot.
Dixie just had his 50th birthday now. Simple Simon celebrates his 50th in September.
So what they bringing to the party then?
I think you can't, as Richie said, innit? You know, they have age on their side. And they have a lot of experience.
Really? Yeah. Dude, they got no age on. They can just say.
No, they got the experience. I will say Galflex are very good.
They have the
very good sound.
Oh, they got dubs.
They got
dubs.
Yeah, they got dubs.
They got soul
But they're
dubs.
good at juggling as well, especially Simon.
They got soul
Simon is
dubs.
very good.
And look, we don't know what their new recruits are like.
Oh, so they're gonna. So it's not
It'll be.
original Galflex.
It'll probably be Dixie. It'll probably be Dixie.
Right, okay.
I don't think they're going to allow this opportunity to come for a chance for them to see some blood and get some revenge. Because you said you boxed them up in a class.
No. I didn't say I boxed them up. I was very civil about the way that I did it.
Respectfully, you thump out their teeth.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
You said you buried them as well. Yeah?
No, I didn't. They was on my side. They was with me side by side.
Ray said he killed everything.
Yeah, Ray's the one that said
What I said is, 1-on-1, I will kill everything. Everything's there.
I vaguely remember building a little hole on the beach on RJS one day and leaving both Galflex members in the hole.
Wow.
Up to those who was on that holiday on the RJS.
Because this is survival of the fittest, this clashes, isn't it? It's everybody for themselves.
Yeah,
Yeah?
100%.
Okay. So that's Galflex, New Winner Roadshow.
And then I think third contestant was Studio Express.
You got Studio Express on there. D-O-double-D, the GOAT.
The GOAT.
And DJ Ali.
DJ Ali, man.
Part of the reason why we haven't got you on there, Ray.
Why?
We don't want to cause like beef in the camp. You know what I'm
We
saying?
need Coco.
They know they're lame. They know they're lame. They know they're
Who
lame.
knows they're late?
They know they're
Yeah, but Ray,
lame.
let's
They
be
know
honest. You're not the greatest of all time. You haven't got that title.
Oh, okay.
You haven't got that title.
So what you're saying?
I'm waiting to be crowned, that
Part
Danny.
2.
That's Dod's title.
If Studio's not on it, Fifth Avenue will be on it. Is that what you're
You
saying?
don't have a-
Let's not go there yet. Let's not go
You got a
there
good
yet.
point
Let's just
there.
run through the sounds.
Oh, okay,
Let's
okay.
run through the sounds. And then we'll
I have to say, I was very shocked when I saw Studio Express on that guy.
Why?
I was shocked. I was like, I wouldn't expect them
Do you
to
not feel that?
go on that. Cause
Studio are not ever going to back away from a
I'm
challenge.
not sure. I'm not sure who the rest of the sounds are, but
No, we're going to find that in a
But they
minute.
must be the favourites.
Well, let's hear.
But that's why
Let's hear about the rest sounds. But they've got
Why
dub.
you all surprised that they took it? Because you feel as if they are
I feel that they're in a
Second,
very
third.
high
Yeah, they're behind me though. Just say that. Just say that.
I respect
Let's
that.
just.
Still. I love that.
What's wrong with you?
No, but that's my personal.
So
on the
let's
fly.
get it right. You feel that they're above the Clash?
No, not above the Clash. I'm talking about the lineup.
The lineup.
I would have expected that. Okay, maybe it's me sounding a bit old boy-ish, but I would have expected it to be Fifth, Desi, Studio Express. But like you said, I think the only advantage that I would say is that it's good that you've got that mix
The balance.
of people. But the crowd-wise, it's going to be a bit funny because you guys are drawing a particular type of crowd, and the Studio Express and Galflex draw a particular type of crowd.
And that's exactly what the beauty of it is. Because if we're trying to have a clash where we're just bringing in all the old boys and we're getting the old firm back together, then we're just having an old school dance, isn't it? Like what do we do with the genre? How do we hand it over to the next gen? How do we hand it over? How am I schooling the younger lot? How am I letting Styles learn about the jams that we were learning in your dance? They finish with our age group.
Yeah, but you don't really care what the old sound systems
You
play.
lot should care.
Because sometimes I've played in a couple of gigs where you've got youngsters and, they literally get bored after 20 seconds of the record.
This isn't their event. This isn't the one.
So that's why I was a bit like, right, okay. Because you can't play 20 seconds of a slow jam. That's literally the intro.
No, you can't.
Absolutely not. And that's like, whereas we're implementing the culture of a clash and the elements of a dancehall clash, it's not a dancehall clash.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a slow jams clash. So that's why when you mentioned dub plates and all that, like, I would be a novice to think that I'm going to come to this dance and that dub plates are going to win this clash. It's not. If you look at the
Studio got some nuclears though. They got some nuclear bombs there though.
That's perfectly fine.
And plumbers.
But what I'm saying is, what I get the average lady, which is the majority, the core of our target audience that comes to this dance wants to sing along the words to the songs that
Yeah,
she's
rather
heard,
than the dub legs. Yeah.
The people who care about the dub plates are who?
Yeah, it's us.
Us. That's it.
And the odd Clash
I
person.
believe that Studio Express would win, but I'm very surprised. You know my money's on.
No, hold on.
I'm not sure why you.
Hold on. Don't tell me yet. Don't tell me yet.
No, we're going to
Because
get
you got other sounds.
to who we think, who our money's on.
But
And I
I'm
want
very
that judgment.
intrigued to know.
So we've gone through New Winter Roadshow, Galflex, Studio Express 625,
And
Who's the fourth
contestant is Special Touch.
Special Touch,
Special Touch.
Good Goody and DJ Nigel B, the remix king. So I can imagine what he will be coming with.
Yeah, they got a ace up their sleeve.
Yeah, and Nigel's very
They
competent.
got an ace up their sleeve.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
JT? J2? And did you pay them enough to put J2 in it?
Mr. J2.
Do you want the full Special Touch?
Can we bring Jay in?
Limbo, is it?
Mr. Limbo.
When you call Special Touch name, you know.
Richie, just to let you know, that shit sell.
No.
Oh, it's not because I saw you. Yeah, I see him with Special Touch.
Rehearsing.
But when the flyer come out for flow, then come on.
What does that mean? I don't understand, because I just thought when you book a sound for an event, your representation.
Yeah, he's back.
is-
J2's back.
Regardless of the personnel, if that's your sound, that's your
You know they're going to need the full team.
What are you saying?
Come on.
You're going to be in there and you're not going to be champion Special Touch.
Who negotiated the deal?
We can talk about
Where's the talk money?
As long as we know you're interested. Then we can talk about figures afterwards.
Hey, if your percentages are right, you know, we can get a special touch board. Get Goody on the phone. Yes, I'm not stopping it. Every minute, the man there, Abu Dhabi Payat.
So Jay, can we confirm on live or camera that you're going to be there with special touch? No, you. Are you going to be there with special touch?
You will talk numbers off there.
We would just talk off.
No, I thought the deal was special touch, isn't it?
You got to be like Richie and have your Monzo details on speed dial.
The big giant special touch will be in the building. What are their specialities?
Nigel is definitely
Speaking to the right, please.
in my opinion, Nigel is probably one of the boys and like top boys of slow jams.
100%.
We've been championing that from
Day dot.
yeah
Day dot.
On the above.
day dot
On the birth.
and like I would say in the years of 96, 97, 98, we single-handedly brought back house parties. I would say that. You know what I'm saying? It died down in like the early 90s. We brought that back. And in being
In Bannister's house, Goody.
you know what?
I'm joking.
Wherever the culture was, the house, the house,
Yeah, did it.
wherever it was, they all became icons.
Goody, yeah.
So the
You want
fact
to smooth
know
dances?
it,
Yeah,
the
come
fact
on.
you know it,
They were the ones.
you
They
know
were
what
the
I'm
ones.
saying? So and literally, those house parties were based on slow jams.
Slow jams.
Literally, and that's from dusk to dawn. So
What's that? Wallpapers coming off and all that.
literally,
Yeah.
we like that thing that you see on flyer that says house party rules. We invented that. So if it's that, then yeah.
Oh, warm at them, warm in the start. I like that, Jay.
I do believe that it's going to be based on music and talk. Though.
Definitely. You know what, though, Jay? What I was wanting to add to that as well, is there's going to be an element of ravers now who have never been to a house party like that. Never been to a blues dance. They've never been to a 12 to 12. They've never seen a black.
That was my point.
That's why that's the big thing about what Richie said earlier about the mix. Because then you're going to have an element who do know about that.
Exactly.
And do know the reputations of the alleys and the night police. See what I'm saying? So
That's a heads up to all the DJs then. It's not just 90s.
In other words, bring your crowd.
Summer Walker's going to bust the dance. Yeah?
There's going to be a complete.
Very cute.
The ticket purchasers, well, they vary from 25 years old to 65 years old.
Okay.
And, as you get, there's no average. It's going to be people raving with their mums and their dads and their aunts. Just like you get with Coco, the audience that come, people, you can come there with your parents and have a good time. You know what I mean?
Give away normal tips.
Yeah, there is that. What if for the tips?
So that's special touch. So that's 4. 5th? Because there's 6 sounds, right?
There's 6 hours.
Okay, so the 5th sound is...
you bring yourself in.
No.
The wrong fifth. Or the right fifth. But we'll have that conversation.
We can have that. We're going to go on your page.
So, man,
Here
you
we go.
need a Coots transfer for Ray.
Do you know what?
So the 5th sound is...
We need to get a sporting director. Yeah. The 5th sound is Celebrity Super and Fats Official.
Okay, so Celebrity Super's been championing slow jams for a while. He's got a pedigree in it, but he's been doing that
MySpace.
like 20 or 30 from MySpace, yeah, like some damn days there.
And you got to
What do you think is their unique skill that they will bring to the party?
Super. He's full of tricks, he is. And to be fair, I think because of how far Super goes back and like with his slow jam thing, I just feel like he's that one individual that I would say just be aware of him. He's not the one that's going to come with a load of dub plates, but he's going to have some tricks.
I think with Super, the good thing about him is people like him as a person. The people buy into him as a character. He's got his own following. The second he posts something up, his engagement is yasser because of people like him.
His personality.
You get some people who, you know, like when your face is the brand, like people buy into you as a person. He will have people in that dance who, even if he plays crap, which I'm not saying is what's going to happen, but they're his people in a minute, so he's going to have his level of support.
Who did that? They're back in.
He's bringing the bustler.
I saw his trailer.
Yeah.
That was funny.
The good devil, the angel and the
That
devil.
was really good.
That was very creative.
brilliant.
Yeah. And this is him. This is what you're going to get from him. You know, he's
Characters, man.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it would be easy for us to bring you know, as when you're on the side of the promotion and you're one of the entertainers on the bill as well, you could quite easily falsify a line up to make it easy for yourself or whatever. But what's the point of that? Innit? You want to make this exciting experience for people to come and say, you know what, concept was sick. We had a good time, and win, lose or draw, it was worth the money. We go back to this, and then we've got a scalable event that we can then grow into something else. Hopefully,
Good. So that's 5. So you've got a wild card. Who's number 6?
We have a wild card.
So tell us about this wild card.
So this wild card, he comes from the era of Celine Dion's, you know, souls.
Yard soul.
Yard soul. Yeah, I forget the S. Souls. And obviously what he brings is, again, his appeal is to another audience, you know. You know, you have the likes of Steely Bashman and all of those guys who we know are renowned for the big S, souls. And that's movie star Johnny.
Movie star Johnny, eh?
And he almost won the clash. He almost won the clash the other day, yeah. His movie's good, I have to say. I have to big him up.
Almost doesn't care.
But don't they do, is it him that does Soul on Sundays? I think they do, don't they do Soul on Sundays? Tell
Still. Yeah. But do you think that type of souls can win a clash?
Of course, man.
What, Celine Dion?
Oh, man. I think...
Well, we could get a twist. I think so, because even down at the studio, I've been doing a lot of those kind of dances. And slow jams is a big thing.
No, slow jams. I'm talking about the souls. The Celine Dion, the Ace of Base, the Boyzone.
Well, I won't say Ace of Base, the Boyzone. I think he means like the Michael Boltons and that yard soul style. Yeah, Drifters. That's not the place. Of course.
Yeah, in a slow jam place.
And remember.
Which Drifters record wouldn't bust up a...
he's only got one gear. Like, he doesn't.
Well, he can't compete with. He can't compete with.
I have to say.
And what we just said about inherent. What you're saying? It's easier for people to get.
I think. Anyways, we're going to come on to that part.
I put 10 minutes or so.
Michael Bolton, the originals like Rolls Royce, Golden Touch, and all that type of
I
shit.
love all those songs. They're all my favorite songs. They're my favorite songs. But what I'm seeing in this slow jam clash and who's put it on and the sounds that are in there, I'd be surprised if those.
Do you know it just takes one moment of creative thought, and you don't know what it is, and then all of a sudden you could have had every round, and then you don't have it anymore because of that one.
That happened just this weekend. Happened on Saturday. Man was dying for 8 minutes. 8 minutes, man was dying for. 3 tunes changed the whole trajectory of his clash.
Exactly.
3 tunes.
And all I can say though is if movie star Johnny wins it, all the rest of the sounders to park up. I don't even want them playing any slow jams at any dance. The whole of them park up. And that's not disrespect. Listen.
That's what it sounds like.
Listen, because listen, I have the greatest amount of respect for not only movie star Johnny, but every one of them sounds and DJs who are taking part in that clash. All I'm saying is that movie star Johnny does not, on a regular basis, be playing.
He does play. Soul on Sunday.
Listen. Let's clarify.
How often do you hear movie star Johnny playing?
I'm not saying he's not. Listen, for the type of slow jams that we're talking about, he will play souls and he'll do his souls thing. But if he's in a slow jam, which is predominantly going to be the 90s kind of fashion, if he's in there and he draws it.
Well, we're presuming it's going to be that.
It's going to be.
It's not.
So hold on a minute. So here how we get technical now. So you're telling me
you're talking to the killer,
Galflex,
original sound killer,
Studio Express,
Celebrity Super.
Who was the other one?
New Winner Roadshow.
And New Winner Roadshow. So you're saying to me that there's 4 of them, yeah? In fact, there's 5 of them, and movie star Johnny's probably the only one that plays souls. So predominantly, we can guess that it's going to be 90s slow jams that are going to be predominantly out there. I'm not even saying that. Well, it is because
Can I
interject?
Can I interject there?
Of course you can.
One question there. So flip it though. If you're saying that these other 5 sounds predominant
majority of
yeah.
90 slow jams.
plays the 90s slow jams.
Yeah.
That means they don't have souls in their armor.
No, but
So then how movie star Johnny has an advantage is because he can play both then.
But this is exactly what we're talking about.
How many times have we seen someone just come and take a ride and just take the
Right.
because of the fact
Something
that
different.
Which is what I said earlier. But what I'm saying is predominantly on the night, it's not going to be souls.
Here's what we need to understand.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He's a clash selector. Okay. So he understands the art of war. Yeah?
Yes.
Is that fair to assume?
Right. He
So
understands the
in
art of
saying
war
that-
is the right word. The art of war.
So in the element of a dancehall clash, if let's say if you've got a sound bring and you know that you're going up against a sound who's renowned for playing a style of music and you're playing before them, what do?
You rinse out the thing.
You rinse out them butts. And you're playing the game, isn't it?
Which is probably what he's going to do.
But also, can I just ask though? Actually, you made a fair point because what kind of rules are you've got? Are you going to actually have a certain round
we can read out.
dedicated? No, but no, as in like your sections, like your rounds. Is there going to be like?
Who's the judge?
Is there a 60s round, 70s
Hold on, let's have
round?
let's have some parliamentary.
Parliament, yeah.
Let's have some parliamentary.
Because he should have got to that, innit?
Yeah.
The actual
Right,
judges
pause.
are the audience.
Okay.
The referees and hosts of the clash are Milk Tray and Frisky DJ.
We got Friscos,
Grayson. Okay.
Why milk tray?
Well, I'm not going to say that because there's several people that we asked to clash.
No.
There's a few people that we worked our way around.
No, but he's a
and we asked
referee.
them to clash,
No, so no, he's a
and they
referee.
didn't want to clash.
Oh, he didn't want to clash.
They know who they are.
I'm not gonna call no
Milk
names.
tray, man.
Milks. I'm
Milks.
not saying Milk Tray didn't want to clash because I think that Milk Tray will want to clash in the next clash. I think he would be up for it now that he's seen what it's about. But I'm just saying that Milk Tray will make a good referee.
He's got his brand to protect. That's it.
But not only that,
My guy.
not only that, it's always good to have a pastor because he's going to be fair.
And
He's going
Frisky.
to be fair.
Well, Frisky.
You need one just the first and fair as well. Angel and
It is missing though a bit of an older head referee.
To be fair, we've had so many offers of people who wanted to be a referee in the next clash as well. When we selected those two members, it was more a case of their backgrounds are from slow jams history as well.
They sell tickets as well.
Absolutely loves it.
I mean, he talked about Frisky. Yeah. So Frisky's background.
Frisky obviously comes from the days of Deja Vu.
Yeah, late night creepy. He is.
Concept. Like, if anybody who used to listen to Frisky back in the days, you know that Frisky was founded to be on marathon radio shows, playing slow jams till whatever time. He absolutely lives for it. And to this day, he still wakes up every morning, does his radio show. Now it's more aimed like at the kids. You know, he's from my daughter goes on Frisky's radio show every morning to read her affirmations to the whole of the nation and all that. And he'd done a fair amount for my youth champion, her doing what she was doing. And you know what I mean? When she brought a song out, BBC put it on TV and on the news or whatever, he was way back, right behind that. So bring up Frisky.
So, rules and regulations. What's the rules? Is R. Kelly allowed to be played?
I had a man tell me about he had R. Kelly as a closet earlier on. What did I this?
No, but that was before the revelations, I have to say.
Oh, you got it there early, then.
That was well before the revelations. That was basically what it was. It was just a video. Remember, he had trapped in the closet.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that was it. That was before.
And Dixie, and he had imposed Dixie's face onto R. Kelly. So R. Kelly was coming out.
Do you know what? Apparently, the video is there, but it hasn't been allowed to be released.
We're not supposed to talk about it because that's something that Dixie don't like to talk
Everything
about.
we're not supposed to talk
No,
about.
it was can I just make it clear? It wasn't a serious clash.
Yeah, they never wrote.
That's not what Play says. Play says it was serious.
Is that the one that played the dub plate for Chucky and he played what was it? He played it was even, I think Jay Holiday or something in the dub. Chucky played the dub for Mr. Play.
No.
Chucky had a dub for Mr. Play.
No. This was it was just us and Galflex.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah, it was me and Play versus Galflex. That's what it was.
So the two of you against.
Yeah. It wasn't. It wasn't.
We got Wayne.
But anyway, anyway, getting back to the matter in hand.
Rules.
Rules. So it's 100% slow jams clash. However,
No, pause. Let's do this in a parliamentary procedure way.
Okay.
First round rules.
Okay, round one.
How do you get to choose who goes first? How's that going to be
I
done?
think you should read that first bit. I said it.
Yeah, I think if I give context, it'll probably be better.
Okay.
So you guys will understand a little bit better. So, this clash, it's 100% slow jams clash. However, soul, rare groove, and mid-tempo R&B that falls into slow jam bracket will be allowed.
Still no time to this.
When you say, should I get technical on
Yes.
with a rare group?
I'm going to ask the question.
Okay, go on then.
No, but when slow jams is there, have you 1998, 1997, have you done that? Or is it just
We haven't put year brackets on it because, let's say for example, if we go into a rare groove segment, like some people don't actually know what the concept of rare groove is. Like when we talk to some people in our age group, they say, "Oh, you're not playing the house party music." I was like, what are you calling house party music? And they've just nicknamed a genre house party music. And that's when they're actually talking about the jams. You get me? The jams that you will hear Ray play on his radio shows on a Sunday or on, when we talk about rare groove, what it actually means is a vinyl that was hard to get hold of back in the days, right? That's a rare groove. If we talk about it as a music genre, it's seen as sort of maybe 70s, 80s soul that again were vinyls that were difficult to get hold of that have now been labeled as rare grooves as a genre.
Is that for the record? George Howard's Shall You
Would be
Without What?
would be called a rare groove to our sort of age group.
Okay, and if it's played in the slow jam, is it red card, yellow card, or is it
It's fine. It's fine.
No, that's permissible.
What would you see it as?
Well, Shall You Without? Yeah. Let's not talk about it.
No, but
Go.
your opinion. What do you see it as?
Shami was like technically it was never rare groove.
It's a 90s, early 90s, 80s.
It was 90s.
Yeah, it was 90s.
But what genre?
I'm not going to go into that on this. No, let's talk about this.
But before we do prove though, just the sake of the term rare groove.
Yes.
Yeah. What do you consider?
Oh, we've got through this on every podcast.
You ain't got time.
You've got to listen in every single podcast. If you want to know, watch the previous episodes, and then you'll see.
The golden palace.
It means different things to different people. And no one's strong enough or bold enough to say this is what it is.
And that's why I now call it vintage soul.
It needs to be defined.
I call it vintage soul now because of that reason.
And it's a good...
Because of that reason.
But it's a... and I don't mean in a disrespectful. It's a bit of a copper when it comes to the rare groove thing.
Okay.
Like, let's try and define what rare groove is.
Okay.
So, we can't define what it is. I think it's 2 meters.
Up to 2 meters though.
Let's not do it in this conversation.
About to say.
Yeah, let's not do it in this conversation.
But very quickly, he'll read the
Man, please start, Jay. We're just going to... No, it's not going to have it.
there's the record version, and then there's the regular version.
There you go. That's what I would say. So, a record collector's version.
Can it be one? It can't mean two things. Of course it can. It's like having a clash and two men win the trophy.
Two men did win the trophy.
Reggie
Two men did win the trophy.
But in terms of the slow jams clash and the fact that we're allowing rare grooves, there's going to be people who have got some.
Okay.
There's always going to be people who's got something to say about. Who even qualifies these men to be putting up?
The fact that it's allowed you, then that's cool. That's cool. There's no,
Yeah, because it's really important that we're amalgamating two demographics here.
Yeah.
You know,
Three.
or three. Yeah,
don't get souls.
and the
The rest of the rules.
So cool. So that's one. So
Right,
that's the
so that's
genre
one.
of music they can play.
So anyone that plays a song outside of the permitted genres will be shown a yellow card by one of our referees.
Does that mean can you play a slow jams on a reggae beat?
Can you play refix? Slow jam.
Refixes, yes, but it has to fall into the bracket of being a slow jam.
Okay.
Genres that he just mentioned there, as long as it fits into that bracket, then fine.
Cool. So I can't play a slow jam rhythm and put buju on it.
No.
No. Okay,
Cool.
Then what we could just take all of our dubs that we've got and just put them on slow jams rhythm. Then what have we got? We've just got a normal clash then, innit? It's not, you know.
Oh no, you'd be on slow jam.
So when you say mid-tempo R&B, would something like
Brandy,
Chris
I'm
Brown,
down.
Sensation. Yeah, it's an even better example.
Not sensational, because is almost like a up-tempo Afrobeat.
Okay.
All right.
Brandy, I want to be down.
No, that's why I just said he picked a better example.
What? It's slow jam.
Some people are shouting at slow jam,
Yeah,
mate.
nowadays, like,
But what are we doing it based on BPM?
I don't know. You tell me. It's slow.
what's that? 90 BPM, 89 BPM. I
I
want to be
wouldn't say
there.
I want to be. I would say
Brandy's
I wanna be
96.
down.
Be at 96. I want to be there.
I would say that is an up-tempo R&B song.
Okay.
I just kind of want to get a clear.
Yeah,
so when the night comes,
People know what to
I'm here,
expect.
I'm like,
Well,
yeah,
this
he said this. he
the
said
basics of a slow jam is if you could pull a girl to dance with it, there's a slow jam.
But that's not silly. Come on, you can dance to a girl. I'm talking about
That hip hop yelling, that's why it's
Somebody's dancing with kick to hello.
Yeah, but the younger generation classed it as a slow jam.
Yeah. Okay, so what would you classify a Cranes in the Sky, Solange knows?
I think that
Because that's the same tempo.
It's a slow jam.
That's the same. In fact, that's faster because I want to be down. I'm sure that's about 90.
Yeah.
Because
Cranes in the Sky.
because
No, but the rhythm pattern though.
because Aaliyah, the two-stepper, R. Kelly. Huh? No.
Oh, at your best.
At your best.
Yeah.
Is that slow jam? Is that slow jam?
it's a hard. It's a, with that
I'm just
grey
asking,
area.
is yes or no?
But that's what the judges
But that's for the judge. See, what the thing is, because it's down to interpretation. When you play your song,
Yeah, but I'm
based on
answering
crowd
you
response.
because you're one of the promoters. In fact, I'm going to leave you because you think you're smart. You're just like your dad. You know what I mean? You should have been a barrister. Now,
you think I'm smart.
no, you are because you come from the right camp to be smart. So yeah, I will give you that. You get me? 'Cause your dad was one of the smartest. Else he wouldn't have. He wouldn't have been top one. He wouldn't have been top one. Oh yeah, sorry, mummy as well.
I can't forget that, mum.
So I want to be down. If you heard that and you're there listening, like,
I think
would you say
I-
strike it or would you say that's cool?
Grey area.
Aaliyah,
which one?
I want to be at Vest. The DM two-stepper remix. That's 89 BPM.
BPM.
So this is what I'm saying. I understand what you're saying, but to the younger generation who are there as well, if you're giving the flexibility to the older generation and saying, I'm going to include rare groove,
Okay.
then their interpretation of slow jams to me,
Totally different.
and it can be, to me, it should be included.
I've had a youngster put on a slow jams playlist, Bad Girl by Usher. I don't think that's a slow jam. But it was on a slow jams playlist, so it's like you said, the interpretation.
So with the Clash, it's the reason why we've left. The reason why we've left the room to get a yellow card and a red card is because as slow jam, it is down to interpretation in sort of reasonable restraints. Like, don't take a mitty. Like, you know what I mean?
That any of the DJs upon that bill are going to play right.
Exactly.
I want to be down with a slow jam.
I don't think so.
But I've seen video clips, slow jamming events, and slow jam, and they play those type.
Yeah, Monica.
So
gone.
just like Rare Groove, just like Rare Groove, slow jam, we need to define it before we start throwing it out there because that's what's going to come back at the end of it.
But here's the other thing, though, is the audience and the judge, the people who've paid for their ticket and are having a good time. The way that we judge the Clash is based on your crowd response. So if Red Frisky and Milk Tray come and say, "Do you think that Winner Rose Show should go through to the next round?" Make some noise. If you think that we played something that's not a slow jam, don't make no noise.
So there's no kind of like category rounds, as in like, right, first round, you can get away with playing I Want to Be Down by Brandy and all these kind of juggling tunes.
We did have this discussion because we thought what we could implement was having a round for groups, or we could have girl group round, boy group, or pick it, do it so that we put these in a hat and then a son had to pick out a random one. Then what we do is, let's say, for instance, like you've spoken about Movie Star Johnny and what his forte is. Imagine if he doesn't pick his forte, then is it unfair for him as a contestant to then pick something that's, you know?
No, but he's in the Clash. He's got to just roll with it. That is it.
Are we doing it like a dancehall clash, or are we trying to give people the best possible experience in terms of giving them the best musical, you get me, showcase?
And it a bit of both.
Yes, but the other thing is we're in the embryonic stages of trying to build this Slow Jams Clash brand. Right. So I think what's imperative at this stage is ensuring that every single person that comes there has an amazing experience, he loves it, and wants to come back.
That's the aim. But what's the USP?
Because you know what? To be fair, you have to put it back into the experience. The slow jam era is one of the greatest eras of music.
Definitely.
That is the most sensitive era.
So you are going to have a great night. That's guaranteed because the music quality is so good.
True.
My mind's on movie star, Joe.
How much money?
100%.
You know what? It's so funny.
So there's no rounds. So there's no rounds.
Remember I said that?
There are
There is rounds. Okay, so round 2. So is that round 1 where they just
Juggle.
kick off and just juggle?
No, war from the start.
Right. So what we were just going through is the rules, not the rounds, just a minute ago. So we didn't actually finish that, did we? Do you want to finish it or should we? Yeah. So where was we? We was left at yellow cards, wasn't we? Right. So after the yellow card, just like football, you get a second yellow card, disqualification, immediate disqualification.
Oh, gone.
Yeah.
6 turns to buy, 5 turns to ball.
Just like that.
Just
Yeah.
So you get a card for repeating a song that's already been played, playing a song that's outside the genre.
If you play a remix of it,
No, if you state in so that you can you can state that this is a counteraction to a song that's been played. So if you play a song that's a refix or remix of a song that's previously played, you have to state that that's the case. Otherwise, you play hacker song.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So 45 clash. However, sounds are welcome to play dub plates if they like, as we've been discussing.
Before you move on, there are people who don't know what 45 is as well.
Yeah, mate. That's actually.
So 45 is a original song. Obviously, when we call it a 45 in the dancehall era because when you play a 7-inch, it plays at 45 RPM. Or older vinyls are played at 78.
new generation.
With vinyls, they're played at either 33, 45 or 78 RPM. For those who played vinyl back in the days as well. So when we say 45, we mean the original song at its normal tempo.
Right. So the following 3 rounds are elimination rounds. So the first 3 rounds, elimination rounds. After that, the 2 remaining sounds will play tune for tune, and the best of 10 songs will win the dance.
So how do you protect from, like you're saying about the experience? What are the round rules that are going to protect the integrity of the 1-for-1 round? Because you've got 6 sound systems. They're going to go through a lot of tunes, right? So in the 1-for-1, that's the climax of the experience. So we know in the reggae scene, the 1-for-1 is supposedly vocal records and it's with bigger shots and all that type of stuff. I'm just interested to know what the USP is of this clash for the final round, because it would have been great if it was dub plates only.
Yeah, but
that you play on the tune for tune.
yeah, but you can't.
I don't think it's with this genre. It's very difficult to have even insist on a dub plate round as such or anything like that because to try
true talent of a DJ then.
plus trying to get hold of a slow jam a dub plate as opposed to getting hold of a reggae or dancehall artist dub plate. Dancehall artists are within our reach or within our network to quite easily get hold for an exchange of Monday.
Well, can I just say, there are certain brokers, that can help broker these. If the money's right, we can make some money in it.
The truth of the matter is we're booking sounds that are not sound clash. We're booking sounds that are juggling sounds.
Spend their money,
the
mate.
experience.
Spend their money,
When you
mate.
think about it, the experience of people listening to dub plates is not that.
There's enough slow
Not for the listeners of that genre.
1-for-1,
Their dub
But
plate's not going to mean too
I'm
much.
still stuck on that though.
Hello?
Just say.
No.
Raymond is doing his best to put himself in the middle for the second.
You know what? He really wants to clash,
You know what it is? He just wants his chance to go at Studio Express so he can try and claim this cloud as the GOAT, but there's only one GOAT. And we know there's only one GOAT.
quality.
Big up D.O.D., the real GOAT. Artist of all time.
Wasn't it? Wasn't that We Go Anywhere?
No.
Wasn't that We Go
Can I just
Anywhere?
say? Can I
Did
just
you
say?
get that one there?
Can I just say, Daisy, come on, Daisy's the goat, right?
No, but you know what?
What the thingy was it? Was it sober or was it? Oh no, it was transit. Like it was. No, it was a sober. What's the place that they was having all the bling hashes? Because somebody got crowned on the Street Sound Syndicate. Wasn't that one of the first awards for Street Sound?
Got that in Zampa Road. Street Sounds Award. Street Sounds Award. Street Sounds Award. Yeah. We did. He did. Dodd.
That's right, man.
Yeah, good. That was.
So I don't know how why Raymond thinks that he's going to kill everyone. He's not the
Listen, anyway, it's not Dodd, it's Studio Express. So let's not hit this Dodd. It's Studio Express and it's Fifth Avenue.
DJ Ali, you know, that's fine.
Can I just say, Richie, that hurt him, you know.
That's not hurting me. Because that's why I brought it back because like you're doing it like an individual. It's not me and Dodd gonna clash because Dodd don't play music and I don't go on the mic. So it's Fifth Avenue and it's Studio Express.
You do go on the
I did, but I wouldn't. But Dodd wouldn't play music.
All right, guys. Yes. Yeah.
Anyway, where are we going into this for? You just want to get me in the next round, innit? Not happening.
I mean, Richie, without getting into your box, what's your top 5 slow jams?
It's very difficult to say. Like I have my favorite songs. Like my all-time favorite song is I don't even want to say about all-time. It may be a feature that I've won during the clash.
Yeah,
but I've got such a like when I hear slow jams, like there's some time I hear a song when I'm driving or whatever, and I feel like, nah, this is my favorite song. And then like when you know a song, every single word and every single ad lib, like there's times where Donnell Jones' "Guilty" is one of my favorite songs.
Okay. Let me take you back then. A young boy, your dad's playing the latest records, Slow Jams record. What record would at any one of that time was it stuck in your mind that he used to maybe always play at time and it was a slow jam?
The original to, Glenn Jones has done the cover of How Would You Feel If I Asked You to Spend Your Whole Life With Me?
You and me.
Rocky Robbie.
Rocky Robbins, You and Me. That would be...
That's something that you would have like Chris just loved that and he would have, like your dad.
He didn't really love it. It was a tune that he would play, but it's a tune that I said I would get married to. So I'm still interviewing candidates.
Oh, yeah. Like his dad.
I've had that in my head as my first dance tune.
You know what? My favorite tune and the tune I would pick to get married to would be LTD Love Ballad. That's mine. Love Ballad, man.
Yeah, that's a nice tune.
That's
a nice tune. T? Mr. Lovey Dovey over there.
Not even Whitney. Oh man.
Are you even allowed to pick the song?
What are we talking about here? Wedding, first dance tune or 5?
Just your favourite slow jam. Yeah, it was your favourite slow jam.
I don't know why. See? And he's on me about that.
He's got something to tell us.
Yeah. He's hungry. Oh man. Kiki Wyatt Avant. Love that tune. Nothing in This World. Big tune for me.
That's a big tune.
Don't get played enough, though.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. And the funny thing is, Avant is such a
Underrated singer.
underrated. Yeah.
I've got a couple of dub players here still.
Here we go.
I remember when slow jams we used to tear separate.
Avant, yeah, separated. I got that dub plate. I got that.
What I'm saying. We got a clash, man.
That used to be one of the next slow jams.
Celebrity Super Spot, you probably watching this now, downloading these songs.
You didn't say that. You didn't
Give
go
me a few
there.
tips, all right? Shazam!
To be fair, it would have been nice to have a little cameo and all of the man. That's all the clash.
It would have been.
No, they've got their little cameo.
And we can bring them in afterwards.
Listen, it's got to grow, right? And we're hoping that there's going to be more. So
No. We might have the winners.
That's a good point. That's a good one, Jay. That's a good one. The reunion. Yeah, that's a good one. You don't mind. As long as there's decent parking. next time.
So let's get there. Favorite times. I want to know. I'm going to go around the room. Yeah. It's no use asking him because he's going to say new winner. He's got to. Otherwise, it'd be a bit of a fussy, really, if he didn't say his own sound. He reckons he's the favourite. So I'm going to leave Richie out of that. That don't make no sense. Reggie.
Oh, man.
6 sounds.
Can I be...
Who is your favourite?
Okay. This is a diplomatic answer.
Oh, no. Hold on. Who do you think's going to win? And who would you like to win? So who do you think is going to win?
I would love it to be either obviously special or studio.
You would like it to be?
Yeah.
So who do you think is going to win then?
I have a feeling, for some reason, I don't know. I have a feeling that these guys will do it. New winner.
Go on, Richie. J2, who would you like to see win it, opposed to who do you think is going to win?
Hey. All right. I would like to win it. Well, let me be honest.
That's what we want.
See, based on the conversation that we had today in terms of the categories and based on music, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. One of my things was like special, not certain strengths aren't there in certain categories. However, I think it's based on.
Are you dusting out your own team already?
I get what
I'm just asking.
because I think like there's a lot of people who are confused into thinking it's a dub plate showcase.
No, but it's not though. But we just went for it.
If it's
just
based
me.
on music, nice people does like, and I use the word dust that.
So-
but at the same time, I'm not going to lie. Like listening to Richie and know where we've come from. Yeah, he's got an advantage because he's in the space of knowing what was going on then and also knowing what can bust the crowd now.
Right. So stop sitting on the fence. Who would you like to win, and who do you think's going to win?
It's special.
So special to win, but you think it's going to be Richie again? Richie, you are quite Hey, don't. It's a big drop from being favourite. You know, if you don't come to.
No disrespect.
Don't
to
be
the
an
other
Arsenal.
DJs.
Do not be a gooner, bro.
Right, come on, man. Come on.
I've got to be fair. I had to say.
Can I walk out now?
Yeah, all of that.
Yeah, it gets all diplomatic, innit?
Just did that. Who would you like to win?
For the fun of it?
Yeah.
For the culture?
For the culture.
Movie star Johnny.
And who do you think is going to win? And who do you think is going to win?
Who do I think is gonna win? It's a tight one, to be honest. I mean, Special Touch, Nigel B as the selector, Ali as the selector. You know, I find it very difficult for them other sounds to go around it.
So you say it's going to be two of you. Like, this is this joint winner nonsense again.
Usually, like two of them.
Which one? Stop sitting on the fence. Your ass is burning. I want a winner. I don't want joint winning. Either or either.
Is it gonna be Nigel or is it gonna be?
We ain't got all day.
I
Fucking.
put my money on Ali.
You put your money, Ali? Yeah. So that's studio and movie star Johnny that you would like to. Yeah.
Your son's not going to do your Father's Day card. Write yourself one.
I've already given my son the speech. You're young in this, just watch it, learn, and just take it all in. Even if you win, good. If you lose,
You still don't get that. They're traitor. T? Who would you like to win?
I don't actually think I should say.
No, of course you should. You should. No, but he's not a judge. He's not a judge. He can't affect the play of it.
he's a promoter and he's got his monitor account.
Brother, listen, he can talk. He does not affect the night at all because he's not a judge. He's not anything. He's not on the sounds. He's not playing the music. He's not playing a sound. He can talk. Talk, T. Stop. Don't sit on the fence. Neither. Come on, let's do this.
Boy.
Who would you like to win?
Brown bag, man. Brown bag.
It's not even more so a case of who I'd like to win. It's who I know is going to win.
Wow.
So who do you know is going to win?
The guy sitting beside me.
Tree, you know.
I see beside me.
My boss.
Do you know what? Can I just say the reason why I said it? The reason why I said it is because I like similar to the fact that your knowledge of going back and and you can juggle. I've heard Richie play. He's a very
come on,
very good DJ. Do you know what I mean?
Talk-wise, it's going to be a Rough Rider studio.
Oh, we all know that.
Who's that?
That's my brethren enough. But here what? It's you have to remember, there's two lyricists here, and I feel that that's gonna win that clash.
No, there's three actually. Dixie's got mouth, movie star Johnny's got mouth, and Dodd.
How many of them can spit on the spot like that. How many of them?
Okay.
I feel like Dodd, respectfully, Dodd is one of if I put my hand on my heart, like the 3 reasons why I wanted to play music was watching my dad, watching Stevie Hyper in a 18s Day and a convertible M3.
All right.
And
Steve, yeah, but that's the first time he's been mentioned on this podcast. Anyway,
I'll keep it. I'll be honest. I'm gonna be as a youth watching Stevie Hyper walk through a dance, and every girl wanted to whisper in his ear, and just watching how he flexed, it made me want to be like that guy. I'll be honest, yeah. And Dodd on the mic, like we was like Mikey Coos used to do coach strips called "Forget It All for the Day." Watching Dodd perform on stage, like because everybody else was DJing and hosting, and Dodd was performing. So it was like Dodd in concert.
Wow.
And
on Jam as well. Remember Jenny and them did promotions. Yeah.
So I wouldn't hold any other host in this regard. Like second to Dodd is Hollywood for me. And then like I don't see anybody else in that sort of category who is that good. So Dodd is I will openly every time.
I like Cappuccino, who's getting into that kind of.
Cappuccino's good as well. It's just that sometimes if he hasn't had the right medication, he goes completely fucking off the rails. It's hard to maintain. So he's
Can I just say?
No, I love Capo. That's my dog still. But it's like sometimes it's like Capo. Just wind it in a little bit. I just need it to be. If you're gonna be a little bit normal today, that would be great. But I love Capo. That's my dog still.
Right.
But
He moves the crowd. He does.
When Capo's on his job, he's sick as well. But like in terms of who made me want to, Dodd made me want to pick up a mic for
Inspiration, yeah.
And when I was playing tunes and I was the DJ in the sound or whatever, when I was first, you get me doing my thing, but it was Dodd that made me want to do what he does. So I'll openly, every time that we play after Dodd and he hands me the microphone, me big him up and say, yo, remember them man there was my mentor from back in the years. He make me want to pick up that other.
Okay.
So I always showed that level of respect.
That's Dodd's edge.
I
was going to come to him, you know.
I was going to give my prediction.
Okay, all right.
So who I would like to win? Movie star joining. So I can done the man. Movie, don't let me down here. Movie star, do not let me down, movie star joining.
Take my number.
Hey, for a Liverpool man, that sounded like an Arsenal man.
What, you think I've hated?
Want everybody to, it's what Man City to lose, want Liverpool to lose, want everyone to get relegated.
Yo, Nigel, the young man and box you up in there. Yo, Dad.
Yeah, that's it. Raymond just wants to be able to phone everyone the following day and say,
Ali,
Ali,
what go on?
Yeah, that's all it is. He wants to phone everyone the following day and say, you make the road rubbing man got top balls to the team. That's what you know. You make the dancehall sound clash you.
Road rubbing here. Road rubbing here.
I know Raymond better than Raymond knows.
Movie star Johnny, my money's on you.
Here's the deal, though.
No, wait. So, wait. Hold on.
Oh, who's going to win?
Going to win?
Who's going to win?
Who's going to win?
I'm going to say who is going to win.
Yeah, we're waiting.
You know, Coco.
I'm going to say studio.
I was about to say, Coco. This rides on Coco, yeah.
That's a smart.
Very diplomatic.
I'm going to say, if movie star Johnny does win,
Them done. All of them done. Them finishing ya. Him, and all the rest of them.
he has to be booked in the slow jam rooms.
Oh, for what?
For Coco.
For Coco. Yeah, we can do that. We can make that happen.
Yeah. He has to.
We can make that happen.
Johnny, there's more on the line now, Johnny. We could get you another booking as well for Coco.
Yeah. He's already been on Coco, but he's just been in the upfront room. Anyway, we've got 11 minutes left. I've got a couple more questions to ask you guys before we go. Richie, have you stopped abusing your kids? Because this thing is getting really serious out there on TikTok.
Far from. To be fair, this weekend solidified something that's going to make it even worse for them now. I was up for Inspirational Father of the Year at the CCC Awards. Just pumped.
Massive.
You was.
Massive.
After you tell them bomber clat and all them things, hold on a minute. You don't get censored out on TikTok.
I never said bomber clubs my children. But yeah, they nominated me as a finalist with
Well done. Brilliant.
where I was up against like a couple of other people in the category who are serious. You know what I mean? And somehow I've managed to win, so people actually voted for me.
Well done, man.
No, on the real,
yeah.
seeing a father interact with his son or daughter and take time out, and obviously, people might think that a lot of that is just, it just happens. But you have to sit down. You probably do sit down and go through them. You know what I mean? I work with them, so it's also a thing that they're learning at the same time and stuff and that with that.
You know how much goes into doing things like this with adults. Like trying to work with kids and the level of patience.
How old are they? Nyla's how old?
So Nyla's 11.
Yeah.
And
Carter
is 5. And
right.
Nyla, to be fair, Nyla's...
I love Carter though.
She's a star in her own right, Nyla.
Yeah, but she's gone. But Carter's a 5-year-old.
Yeah.
And he's picking. His glasses. I'm gonna done you, Daddy. In fact, he did done you the other day, didn't he?
Did, yeah.
But all they do is done me.
Yeah, they done it.
Well, can I just say,
Yeah.
your daughter's got a Gappy Rankster plate and I haven't. So,
I'm gonna lie.
Their daughter and Carter has got a spider right, custom made stamp plate that I heard the other day.
They're building up a little dub collection.
Yeah. So well done on that. Well done on that.
Pending before the
Well done.
comes, you know.
And really, it kind of continues the tradition of your family that Chris started in terms of, because your daughter, your sisters, they're all in. Well, the last one isn't really so much now, but she was a lot. You know what I mean? Involved in that.
Yeah,
on the
that's
disco stuff.
like our work experience was to come and help with nods. You know? So yeah, you'll be in the program. You set up that bar. You come all the same.
Though, in terms of when we talk about the traditions of sound systems, you come up a lot in terms of that kind of thing, or passing it down to things. Do you know what I mean? Because it's a forgotten art, to be fair.
Yeah, I'm kind of like, that's why when we mentioned earlier on about, when you said about the older genres, and I said, well, so what do we do with the next generation in terms of handing it over? I'm kind of big on wanting to champion that, because I know what it was like for me as a young boy going to school with my dad in the car, listening to these rare groove tunes and his vintage dances on the cassette on the Fiesta with the door that didn't open on one side, climb out the window or whatever. But I know what it was like, sort of absorbing that and making it, you know what I mean, something that I wanted to show off to that, the fact that I can then move with his friends and know the songs. It should be the same for my youth.
So well done on that. And T, this is your Alkaline and Vibes Cartel moment. Which one are you?
Carter.
So you must be Alkaline. So the reason why I've said that, for some of you who may not know, both J2 and T are creative designers. Did I get that? I did. Creative designers. That's fine.
Creative.
The creators. J2's been our designer for how many years until he retired, and he was the first. No, but you did retire. You retired yourself. You retired yourself. What? Are you back out? You're back out. You're back out, bro. Are you back out? Cool. So Jay created the first set of artworks for All White Cocoa and set us on the way. So that's why we're saying this Alkaline and Cartel.
But it's not Alkaline and Cartel. They're at war. Me and Tia.
No. You say, yeah. Well, no, clash. Please, man.
Everybody there don't work.
Well, get on in that too. Funny how he kind of lined it up. Creative clash. Let's have a creative clash. You know what I mean? Why not? And T has been the designer for us for the last 5 years. 5 years now? About 5 years, isn't it? Well, just after you finished you dashed me away around about just before.
Diagonal.
And so I've got a lot to be thankful for. And I'm sure that his studio was in his. They would say the same thing. Your first vision. For what problems did we give you when we started off on that creative, and then I just go pretty.
It wasn't so much problems. I think what it was is this: as a creative, you just come out with things in it, and in your head it could work. Sometimes it's maybe ahead of its time, or sometimes it's like the client's not ready for that, or sometimes it just doesn't pick what the client wants. And at the end of the day, the client is always right in terms of this is my crowd, this is what I know they want. However, as a creator, you will try to push the boundaries because you want to give them this will work. Do you know what I mean? So I feel that we had to have a balance of what my brain thought could work for you versus what actually could work at the time. And to be fair, if I'll be very, very honest, in terms of how it's progressed into what it is now, it works smoothly. It does from the it does actually lipo into school. Do you know what I mean? So then not alkaline and vibe cartel. Do you know what I mean?
How would you?
Vibes cartel looks like vibes cartel.
Vibe cartel's like,
Don't click it off.
Come on.
my time, no.
He's not here for you, that's not. Here's what he said. Oh, no, now he knows.
See, obviously, when we asked you to continue on the fantastic job that Jay had started before him, Dash, we were. What was your thought process at the time in terms of taking on the brand? It ain't cheap, I'll tell you that much.
Nothing worth having is cheap. You know this.
For me, I think new challenges. It's funny because when you guys had come to me initially, I was kind of putting a lot of that stuff, a lot of that work behind me. I was actually not hanging up my boots per se, but I was sort of concentrating on other stuff. I had found other interests. I wouldn't
Better
call it
paid
good
things.
But I think, and I'm grateful because whereas I found that type of work wasn't challenging me anymore. I wasn't getting any job satisfaction from it anymore. So it was just like, do you know what?
You can only put how much girls on a flyer.
Exactly. Yeah.
They're never going to be there.
I'm not going to talk about it.
He's going to go there. But Richie can tell you about do you know what? He wants to talk about it. Go on, let him talk about it. Let him talk about it. Yeah, let him talk about the first flyer I ever did.
I ain't gonna lie. That's how we met. We met because his dad introduced us so that he could design a flyer for the RJS Junior Jam, which I had when I was 13 years old. That was my first dance I ever done. RJS Junior Jam at Earl's Wine Bar. And T put a girl on the front of the flyer that, I don't know, maybe he was in something with and he just happened to have the picture of her. She was, like you get front of flyer worthy girls.
The hip hop honey.
Yeah, she wasn't supposed to be in the bar. I don't know whether.
Not for 30.
Yeah, I don't know. You know when you hold. Hey, Jason, you know when you press down the key and you can expand on Photoshop? Stretching the. Anyway, she stretched.
No proportion.
Yeah, she stretched volume.
No proportion.
But it was in his early days and all that. So, you know what I mean? We'll strike it from the.
Yeah, it's
Corel
funny he talks about Corel Draw days, the early days. I could go there.
That program there, Google it, Coral Draw.
This might have been a clip art.
In fact, my very first flyer, if you had ever looked at it, it would have looked like it was a clip art thing.
But that was the in thing though back then.
Yeah,
clip art flyers where you put your clip arts and about 10 million words.
It was atrocious, man. Yeah. I think it was for my dad, and he was doing Jamaica loads of.
Got paid for it then.
Oh no.
Yeah.
You know, Mike.
You paid people back in the days.
Yeah. Well done, son. Well done.
Do you know what we haven't said?
No.
When this event.
Let me give him his dues. Yeah. Like I'll give him his dues. When I very first started designing, he did pay me. Yeah. As much as you would think he would say, no, it's in house.
Yeah.
Because his thing was, I need to encourage my son. And it was, like I said, it was the worst flyer ever. What's her name again? Lorna Bennett's head looked like an axe went on it. There's no fading, no nothing. And give him his dues because he stood by me. He could have said, nah, do you know what? Let me, I think at the time he was actually using Shawnee B, initially.
Oh, because Shawnee B used to do
flyers.
Yeah.
And then, he stood by me and I'm here today. But sorry, going back to what you were saying about Coco, I was just at that stage where I wasn't being challenged and you kind of reined me back in and I found a love for it again. And recreated the brand for what it is now and kind of,
gave it some
Pizzazz.
pizzazz, if that's that's the right word.
I think the thing about them as well is they're open-minded and welcome your level of creativity too. Because you lot are kind of, there's some promoters who want basic stuff where you just feel like, oh. You lot are actually open-minded enough to allow him to be sort of free to
100%.
as well.
100%.
That's why we get the end product of the horse that the horse that's out at the moment for the Coco advert. Perfect. This brand that it doesn't need. You don't need to have a girl with a bottle of Hennessy on the front or a flag.
It's the growth. Yeah. It's the growth. Oh, yeah. We probably weren't ready for it. Then that's him. Yeah.
At that time, Raymond would have still been drinking baby sham or whatever.
You're jokers. Anyway, let's get on to the bit that I like, because we have some Diary of a CEO cards. I don't know if you've ever heard about Steve Bartlett. So we like to choose some of his cards and give them to our guests and make the guest answer. I've shuffled these for you. Yeah, I'll do it again, so I'll just... I'll do it again, definitely. There you go. Let's see you read out the question, please.
Who is the one person in your life that deserves the greatest thanks? And if you were to give them the thanks today, what would you say? It would be Nyla, if I'm perfectly honest. Nyla is my daughter, who's 11 years old. She, I would say, definitely taught me what it is to be selfless and to have an actual purpose. Like, until I had my first daughter, like, don't get me wrong, like, I knew love before, but it was different. The first time that I held her and all that, and I thought, rah, I'm balling for no reason, or I'm a bad man. I'm scared. You know what I mean? Like, giving my last bit of food to somebody else, like, everything in terms of life, or just, it's no longer for me. Every move that I've ever made just became no longer about me prioritizing me. And it just all became about, you know what I mean, giving you a bit of scope in terms of what you're doing in life. Everything is for them now, innit? So it gave me a new focus, and it just literally gave me direction and purpose. So I'd say right now.
Big up Daddy. I like that. I like that. There you go, T. Can you read it out, please?
How do you take care of you?
That's interesting for you.
It's really interesting. This is a good one. Yeah. I put myself first at all times. And that could sound quite selfish, but I've had to learn that the hardest way possible, because before it was the total opposite. It was all about everyone else. So now, numero uno, and then everyone else. Because I wear so many hats, and I have so many people that rely on me. And if I'm not if I'm not strong up here, then everybody suffers. So by putting myself first, and that means, you know, physically, mentally, spiritually, the whole lot.
And then you can look after, give the people that are around you.
They say put your aim mask on before you put anybody else.
100%.
100%.
And that's hard though for some people to comprehend and understand that concept of putting yourself first, because they think it's you being selfish when it's actually you saying, no, I've got to be in the best condition possible to look after the people I love around me. You understand?
I haven't grasped it, if I'm being honest. I'm not there.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's like,
It comes with time.
saying no was a hard thing for me at one stage. But now I don't ramp to say no.
I can say no to people outside. Like, I can say no to people who I don't have genuine love for. But anyone who asks me for anything that I share a surname with, or do I let into my close proximity? And you know, there's a circle, and then there's a circle, and anyone who's here, wherever you can be able to dry. And I will keep giving until
And that is Richie. That is Richie in a
I
nutshell.
can't snap out of it. I've been desperately trying to find.
You know, come then I want a buckle of champagne. Do you want to read that one out, please?
What are we doing to this guy? I'm not sure if I want to give so much away. I'll be right out autobiography one day. If you could only speak with or call, see or touch 4 people for the next 4 years, who would they be?
Well,
Be held at ransom, eh?
Your laptop.
Wow, 4 people. Am I including the kids as one person?
No, we can't include the kids as one person. No,
I don't even really want to chat to them.
they're making you a star, bro. Come on, don't be like that.
I suppose it would be both of my kids then. It
2,
would be my missus.
3. Oh, this is the one, isn't it? This is the one.
Yeah, who's it? Daddy or mummy? Daddy or mummy? Daddy or mummy?
Oh, this is the one.
If it's between mum and dad, it's definitely never going to be my dad, and I don't care if being my dad. I teach my son, I don't care if me and you are best friends till we're dead. You always pick your mum, and that's just the way that I'm a mummy's boy. It's never going to change. My dad, same. If you ever see how my dad was when it came to in my grandma, you couldn't tell him nothing about his mother. That's how they live. And when you get me, and you can still it in me. So obviously I can't pick you. You want me not to pick you? So already know you've done your job, innit? You know what I mean? You've done your job, and my son's going to know it's the same thing. So if I've got to pick between the two of them, it would be my mum. I'm not even sure if I want to speak to her.
You got to.
I look like this.
That's the whole point. That's the whole point.
Oh, point.
That's the point.
What is a personal legacy you want to leave for yourself, stroke children?
Ooh, okay.
For me, it's weird because all my children, they need for nothing. You know, so it's like.
Yeah, but what do you want to leave?
That is
What is the story of T
a tough one.
when you pass away? What do you want to leave?
That's a tough one.
What do you want to be known? What how do you want them to see you?
That's a tough one. Tough one for me. I think they'll all say that. Not there's not one of them that wouldn't say that.
Like in terms of your values.
Just to lead with integrity, because that's something, and I'm going to say this on the record, that my seniors, I don't think they led with that, and that's something that I need to make sure my kids hold those values and take that on, because my name, as people know me, the name, it can be interpreted in so many different ways, and some people have good stuff to say, some people have bad stuff to say. So I just want to set the record straight and make sure people after me look at my name and say, yeah, great man, and stands with integrity.
And I can put my hand in the fire for him on that one still.
We're going to do one more. We'll do one more. We'll do one more with that. One more.
I do remember when this dances.
We're going to go there. We're going to go still at the end. Here we go. One more.
Where you pick them?
These are CEO questions, man.
What am I missing most in my life?
Oh.
Gosh, you are getting the top ones, isn't it?
We see me coming in there. What I'm missing most in my life is, I feel like as at the age that I've got to, you sort of, like when you idolize your elders or your parents or whatever, for the majority of your childhood years, and then you get to an age and you realize that as you're becoming your parents, you can't extract everything from your parents. You've got to filter out the bullshit, because a lot of them come with some bullshit that, you have to filter out, and they've got their own generational traumas that we don't want to take on to hand down to ours. I feel like I haven't fully done that, and I've inherited a lot of traits, good and bad. And I feel like I'm at a stage now, whereas my kids are very influential, and as I'm instilling values in them and the type of humans I want them to grow to be, I need to be an expert on myself to ensure that what I'm pouring into them is something that I'm proud of when I ain't about. And I just feel like I haven't fully mastered what that is yet. And maybe some people get to an age when they do, some people maybe they never do.
It's a journey though.
Yeah, I just feel like that's something that at some stage I need to prioritize. Like, like everyone's so busy, caught up in, I've got to get this dance out of the way, I've got to line up this and forget, I've got to find these financial commitments that I've got to try and pattern or whatever. And you put a lot of things on the back burner. So I think just something like that, and like what he mentioned before about legacy and what you want to leave behind as your main message. I haven't, like people ask, like, what are you passionate about? What is it that you want to be known for when you're one? I don't know.
Well, okay. So you to fund yourself, literally.
Yeah, I just feel like what, right now you're a jack of all trades. What are you actually trying to be known for? I just don't feel like I'm worth that out. So,
well, you're getting there. You're known for being a great father, though. Yeah. So that's a great legacy.
Who shouldn't be like you?
There's a lot of people that do well, man. Everywhere.
I think I would say you'll be renowned for your penmanship. Right now, that's what people are going to remember you for. This guy is quick on the ball. He's very quick. You give him any topic on the spot. He's going to give you a whole.
Guess that from his old man. Mm-hmm. His old man was one of the sharpest, Remember Chris? Sharp back in the day, bro. Sharp. Have to be on your toes with your
panty drop, isn't it?
Right, one more from you. I'm going to pick from the bottom. I didn't look at it. Promise.
The fact that you took this from the bottom, that means
it's a trap.
That's the trap.
Well, no, I shouldn't even say that because we're Jamaican. So I should say I took it from.
Just don't take it there.
Or.
What this one is? What have you done recently for someone else? A lot of bloody things. So. Most recently, my daughter, she's taken up the art of choreography. So she's danced at the Marlboros the other day with Spice. Brilliant. And she now wants to turn it into a workshop, and then invite other individuals her age group to come and work alongside her, and also try and scale it to a full-fledged business. So what I've chosen to do, given my expertise in branding and so forth and business, I've chosen to back her and try and help her to get these workshops going.
Brilliant. What's the name of it?
We haven't chosen one yet, but we're getting there.
Call it set the trend choreography. Yeah. You see what's going on though, the legacy is continuing.
We're a 40% type. You know what I mean?
Gentlemen, Slow Jams Clash. They want to say the date, but we're going to write it all over the podcast anyway and underneath. But the date is
22nd of March. Horrors.
Times?
Is
it daytime or is it a nighttime event?
Nighttime. I want people dinner at nighttime. Carrying straight night cemetery.
Oh, I heard a man say he was sending a man in a barrel the other day.
Yeah, movie star Johnny. I said he go back. Where you come from? I can say that here. Any which club where you come from? I go back in the barrel. One of the two big coffin too. Big C and Fats. You cost us a lot of money buying them 2 coffins. Yeah? But make sure we get the right back.
Socials.
At play another Slow Jam event. Mm-hmm. Oh, myself. At Richie F NWR on both Instagram and TikTok. If you're not following, looks alright.
Yeah, go to TikTok and follow him and his kids, man. Definitely fun. Definitely fun. T?
AT Wittick or ATW Design Hub, whichever one you're going to choose, you'll link me from it.
Anything link here and there.
And to be fair, I feel like he should be doing a lot more of his social because there's so many people out there who don't know what artwork he's responsible for here. And
you did some of the World Cup, Russ. You did some of the UK Cup Clash ones, didn't you?
All of
them clash. He's responsible for all of them. You see, like every time at the moment, everyone's always messaging me under my whatever post saying, "When's the mixtape dropping? When's this happening?" I'm just at him and so send me inquiries that way.
It may be how we start this conversation. Trying to avoid the task.
Sounds like a voice of experience, right?
This is more.
This is real. This is real. Gentlemen, it's been a pleasure to sit down and talk to you about a music genre that is very close to us. It's something that we feel we want to protect as much as we are alive, because we had a hand in creating it along with some of the legends. So, you know, we haven't particularly mentioned any of the other sounds that was around at the time, but your company Soul Sounds, Desi G, Barry White, Touch of Class, Latest Edition, Ratty was there, Mystery was there, who else was there? Man Manhattan, Cass, and then man, they got a bag of music too, you get me?
And not forgetting the tastemakers.
Tony Heights, Tony Heights,
You know what? Tony Heights, my dad bought a lot of music from Tony Heights as well, so bigger Tony, aka Tony Glasses.
You mentioned beats per minute in the beginning of the conversation again. A shot there.
Yeah, in fact, Jigs, let's not forget Jigs.
Jigs, Victor.
Big up Vitaly,
Yeah.
Big up
Street Life, yeah, let's not forget them there. It's just good
also Dazzle, big up Natural.
to be. Yeah, natural be. Part of that slow jam era time being.
We will cover throughout the
Throughout our journey, our own journey here at the Set the Trend podcast,
trend. Yes.
So just in case there are people who are watching thinking, oh, them look a young boy, I come tell you about slow jam, them wasn't there.
They was there. They was
There's
there.
gonna be some people sitting there fuming thinking that's all right. Why didn't you do it?
No, but the thing is, your credentials are there. And actually, when you say about why you do it, actually, no, I can't say that. I don't want to mention another brand.
But there's always going to be people who are going to have something to say. And that's the case with any brand. There's people when they'll talk badly about your podcast, about set the trend podcast. Them man shouldn't be discussing this because they wasn't there. So do your podcast.
It's a good thing about Set the Trend. They can't say that. We was there.
Why can't you talk about another brand?
No, because we're branding, play another slow jam.
I'll talk about
Who you talking?
I was going to say about Chucky and
Where you
Taser.
going? Chucky online.
Chucky Taser.
Yeah, Chucky and Taser's grass. They've got their
They've got the R&B
R&B slow jams. They've
fantastic.
It's only because when he mentioned about the fact that, you know, scaling up and keeping it going and stuff, them guys have done a fabulous job of.
They have.
I think they've done great. Superb.
In Wembley.
Yeah.
That's just insane.
That is. And even just them taking it to
Amsterdam.
Malta and the fact that they've been able to tour with the brand. And you remember, they're taking nothing apart from Chucky and Taser. They're two personalities that people, and like I said earlier, people buy into the personality. They bought into their character. They both got their own followings and they're both likable characters.
There's another slow jam one that plays at Alternate. They've got something coming out there. I forgot who they were.
Isn't it Chucky and Taser?
No, that's not Chucky and Taser. Somebody else doing a slow jams.
Well, I've seen a few.
In Alternate. And I can just say, just for the record, before anybody says that, you know what I mean, I talk a certain way about sound killing. I absolutely think it's fantastic that these guys, Shaki Taser, the other guys are out in it, and whoever else wants to play slow jams, please keep on playing it, because it keeps us alive. It gives us something to talk about. Because otherwise we wouldn't be relevant. No, we'll be a little bit relevant. But you know, it's fantastic that they're doing that. It keeps our story going. It keeps the music going. Some of the music that we're playing is undiscovered music that we've been playing in the blues dances and the house parties for years, and our scene got a bit complacent, and they got tired of hearing that same music. And I think now they're hearing it back. They'll probably be saying, you know, it's coming like the revival of our time when we were growing up. So when we was looking to mummies and daddies like revivals, it's kind of coming like that. And it's fantastic to hear some of these tunes come out and get a new earring, a new way to be delivered, play to a new audience. You know what I mean? I just think it's fantastic. So I just applaud all of that.
There's so much new music as well. If you listen, like Chucky does an R&B show where he's championing a lot of new R&B soul
Saturday night, BBC One Extra.
that are not your you know, like you said,
It's Essex.
yeah. So you said that this clash you feel is going to be predominantly 90s slow jams, and it's possible that it might, because any intelligent DJ is going to look at the crowd, read the crowd, and
They might play a 2000 to 2020 or something like that.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of new music.
Summer Walkers, yeah, and we said that.
Givian may be the
Givian,
biggest
Cleo
tune
Soul.
for the night in that
There's
slow jam
loads.
stuff.
Harry
It's
Lennox.
possible. Summer Walker or SZA might be the biggest tune in that slow jam stuff, or it might be shower you with blood, or who else did we mention earlier on?
No, that's not even. I was going to say dramatics, but maybe not. One of those classic.
What I said is,
it's classic 60s. You know what I mean? You know?
This is the wide spectrum of the demographic. We just don't know what tune it is going to be.
Yeah, the good thing about it is that you're going to have a part 1 and a part 2 and a part 3.
Definitely. But what we want to know is, because we had some talk earlier on, we want to know, would you be willing to enter the slow jam?
What a question.
I've already talked about this.
No, but I'm asking you, looking in the whites of your eyes and asking you, as a man who said that you would sweep the floor.
I'm going to be honest. I told you, I'll be honest. Yeah. It doesn't make any sense for Fifth Avenue to be clashing.
Bigger than Studio Express?
I've just told you, listen, there are some greats.
Yeah.
There are some greats, and listen, I'm just going to make this right. Yeah. You know, there's certain aspects of slow jams that some people are greater than me at. So, for instance, I can't talk to Dirty Den. I can't talk to Casman Han. I can't talk to Tony Heights about slow jams. For instance, I can't talk to Jigs. You understand? I can't talk to Des.
So what if he got Jigs, Dirty Den on the next clash?
Pause. They wouldn't do it. And I know they wouldn't do it. I know Jigs would do it.
Because you feel that you're...
And I'm saying, when it comes to the clash business, I'm over. There's no sound out there that I could sit down with and say, like, we want to clash. Because I know, for what we've got and for what we've got as a package, it doesn't make any sense.
Respectfully. And I speak to you respectfully because you know you're one of my elders that I look up to.
Yeah. You do?
Yeah, 100%. You know this, so don't do that. I believe what you just said definitely toots your own horn in it. Makes it sound like you believe in your own.
No, it's the truth.
A little too much because I shot a big, massive respect for Studio Express and a massive respect for Special Touch as well, who I hold in a similar regard to Fifth Avenue.
100.
So what makes, if they're willing to take the clash,
No.
I'm just
Goody ran out the dance. The last red group, the last slow jam clash was Goody and Nigel run out the dance.
I heard he had a curry. I had a curry. And
he ran out the dance.
Belly wasn't good.
So you took cut. So cut special. You was who? You stayed. The other two went. They headed.
Question though, yeah, because Special Touch have taken on this clash because it's. To be fair,
maybe Goody didn't know he was getting himself into.
And Goody's watching this and Richie, Goody fucking told me. You fucking told me it's friendly.
Goody said, if I get eliminated in the first round, I'm happy. I still want to get my money.
And I respect that.
Goody can take boxes like that. I can't.
Some of us, it's the art, innit? It's the sport. Like you get me just being involved. But what I'm saying is, Special Touch would argue they've got a lot to lose. Studio Express would argue they've got a lot to lose. And they happily taken the book.
I got the big hits, bro. I got the big hits, man.
No, but in the name of the sport, they've taken the book.
I'm just telling you, though. I'm just telling you, I've got the big hits.
You got the big hits.
I've got
what
the
are you talking about? Dub plates.
I've got the big dub plate hits.
Respectfully, other than the DJs,
but we're talking clashes.
The ravers.
But we're talking clashes.
But I'm saying,
but we're talking clashing, right?
We are. But what I'm saying is, we're not.
Have you heard my soul dub plates?
You don't listen to the rules.
No, but listen. But my soul dub plates, I've hardly got any clash. Soul dub plates where I've changed up the lyrics so much you think, what the fuck is that singer singing? Whoops, sorry, I shouldn't have said that. But I don't. I have the dub plates I have.
Can I ask a question?
The dub plates I have.
Can I ask you all a question?
The dub plates I have.
You're putting him on the spot here.
We're all on the spot.
I get that.
This is live, right?
Let this clash happen. And then ask him that.
Yeah.
No.
That's fine.
No, we're not.
No, I think we're far gone from that because from the minute of this podcast started today, he almost put the gauntlet down.
100%.
I never, man. But I love all them guys.
He's the boss of all of them. That's what he said.
But he hasn't got the title of the GOAT.
World bar.
He hasn't got the GOAT title.
I need you to do the Eddie Hearn moment.
Because he said it. He said that the GOAT got crowned. He said that God got crowned. He ain't got crowned.
We need Eddie Hearn to make it happen.
He's going
to call Eddie Hearn.
Anyway, you see where you got us this week for the culture.
I am not in Special Touch anymore. However, I'm coming down. Don't worry about that.
He's going to be.
But I will say for the record, musically, Nigel does that ass.
Love that. That's the type of energy you need to back your.
But hey, what? You can't tell me that when he ran out the dance.
No, he never ran. They ran.
So your shooter ran, and you're backing your shooter now to come up against a seasoned war veteran.
So, Ray, I just want to cut to the chase. Are you turning down the opportunity to play in the next Clash?
I've just told you.
Diplomacy.
Why did he turn it down? But money talks.
Bullshit walk.
Money talks. So yeah.
Eddie Han. There's the Eddie Han. There's Don King. Yeah, Don King.
And on that note, they baited me up for long enough because they know I love it.
There's one more question. One more. I got one more for all of you.
I got one more.
Do you honestly think, that dub plates are going to win this slow jams clash?
You know what? Let me just make sure that I articulate. I'm going to articulate to you what I said earlier. You got to know when to play your tunes. And I'm saying to you, in that clash environment, Hollywood, Danger, know when to play and when to talk, which is why we go anywhere.
And who can't?
I can't what?
Who out of the DJs that are on the lineup, who can't go anywhere? Well, as to why you're that much better than the other ones that are on the bill.
Bro, they've got to be in. Anyway, we beat up West London already.
I would hope
So
that-
I don't even we don't talk. And we beat up North London. This is away.
This is
We
wicked.
beat up East London.
This is
It's a
wicked.
South thing. The only
is
man that
wicked.
could have a thing to that is Gal.
Yeah, this is wicked. This is wicked. Do you know why?
In fact, we went over to West London. We was in Silver Spoons
Crown on the
and you
Street
got
Sound.
bust up.
Was it Crown on the
We
Street Sound?
busted. Listen, bro,
wasn't it?
we've done it consistently.
Big up Brendan and Delray because you lot had the sound system that was better than I think it was.
Anyway, right.
It was Crown on the Street Sound.
I'm going to watch the football one.
You want to watch highlights?
Anyway,
Yeah, me too. 7-1. It looks good.
So, what was your last question? What was your last question?
20 seconds.
So,
And my bedtime reminders just come on.
So, my question to you is this, yeah?
Oh, me again. Okay.
Do you believe that not being in the next clash is going to add or take away
From my legacy?
from your legacy?
No, it's not going to take away from my legacy at all.
So can Dodd not turn around and say that you run from the wall with them in the slow jam clash? Can Special Touch, like you said, that they run from the wall?
He
Can they
can't.
not turn
No,
around
because
and say-
I've never entered. Because it's your man then. Listen, shut up. No, yeah, and you didn't hold them back. You didn't say come back. You said all right, go on then, and I'll stand up. What was the? Sorry, what was the point that you just said again?
I said,
Does it take away from your legacy?
does it take away from your legacy?
Standing up.
Yeah, no,
As a man in the-
no, it doesn't, because I've done too much for this business that me not just going in a clash is going to take away from my legacy. You know what I mean? Yeah, but I'm saying that it's not going
Do a
to,
lot of sharing. Do a lot of solo. This is a solo team.
bro.
South, you represented South London with South London beat West London. If Fifth Avenue stand out when the
We already took on your favourite sounds. Yeah.
As Fifth Avenue
One
went
runaway.
clash as an individual
We've
sound.
already dust that. In fact, we dust out studio in our own backyard. In our own backyard down in Catford. They got dust out long time ago.
Was that
And
Fifth
then-
Avenue against Studio?
It doesn't really matter,
Has
guys.
Fifth Avenue won a clash?
Guys, it doesn't really
what-
matter because it's about the Wonga.
It doesn't even matter about the one.
It's about that, man.
It doesn't matter about the one.
Let's talk about
Anyway.
that and then we can go a little bit further.
You lot, stop baiting me. Stop baiting me up.
You know what?
Stop it.
EastEnder, I'm with you on that one. I'm with you on that one.
Stop
I'm with you on that
baiting
one.
me up.
Like, come on.
Because sometimes when you win a player, you just pay the money.
Yeah, winners
Simple, innit?
Winners
Oh,
take all.
my
You just pay the money.
For sure.
Hope says I'm different right now.
I believe
saying
you.
the same thing I'm
I
saying.
believe you.
He's going to see this and he's going to say, yep. He's going to agree.
No. He's going to say 100 go anyway.
Every player's got a release clause. Fifth Avenue's got one as well.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Thank you for tuning in. Richie F. Taurean. J2. Reggie Styles, EastEnder, and myself. Jide behind there and LTV production, big them up. As well as, I hope you enjoyed it as much as you can see we enjoyed it. You can feel the passion. And it's probably just getting into the interesting bits. But they're not going to bait me up anymore. We'll see you on another episode of Set the Trend podcast. Big up Slow Jams Clash.
And comment underneath if you think Fifth Avenue's beauty.
So.